It's already starting. I haven't even started recording yet, and there's a giggle box in the room. Hello, my name is Rothnum, and welcome back to something we haven't done in a very long time. 20 questions featuring Zeppelin. Zai? I think your Oreo is getting to you.
This totally isn't the 7.
You're gonna eat the entire box of Oreos? What? Is that soda?
No, it's energy.
That's even worse. Good lord. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, we have a random number generator, which is up there. We have our questions, which are over here. And what we do is we have on the number generator, we have all of the questions 1 through 322. There's 322 questions in this list, and we let the number generator decide what question we are going to answer. So with that being said, I'm actually going to move this over here so I'm not constantly turning around and looking over there. And we are going to get going with our first question, which is going to be question number 172. Should be about halfway down the list here, and it's right here. What's your favorite job beginning with the letter T?
This is easy. Technical theater.
Yeah, that would work. That would work for you. And you want to explain why?
I'm going to college for technical theater, whereas it's called at the college I'm going to theater design and technology, which is everything behind the set of a performance, like sound, lighting, yada yada.
Huh. And when do you actually start college?
I start college in August.
Yep,
If the people that I had an interview with today get back to me and say that I have been accepted for their class, which
okay.
Well,
what if you don't get accepted for their class? What's your backup plan?
Backup plan, studio arts.
So you're still going to go to the same college, just you're going to switch your study and then hope you can get into class maybe next semester?
Yeah.
Okay.
But with how my interview went, I'm fairly certain. With the experience that I have.
Yeah, and the fact that you're one of the few students at your current school that literally tries to do every event that the school puts on. I feel like you have a higher chance of getting in. You're also extremely smart, and you're really good at what you do.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a little biased because I'm dad, but at the same time, it's true. Both the drama teacher and the tech theater teacher at their school have commented on how good Zepp is at what they do. In fact, the drama teacher, prior to Zepp getting involved with the sound, wouldn't let anybody handle his mics. And then Zepp got involved, and now he's hands off with the mics, and Zepp does everything. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, what this weird, funky liquid is, it's water, a smidgen of coffee. I mean a smidgen. It is literally like that much coffee, and a tiny bit of protein powder, because I put protein powder in my coffee now because I'm allowed to have coffee, but I need to have coffee. I need to have protein powder as well, so I have coffee in my protein powder. There is too much sugar in that.
No, I want to show it to the fans.
Oh. This. You can't even really tell. You didn't even see. Yeah, I guess a little bit. That's. Which one is this?
It is a mix of water. There's a little bit of remnants of Dr. Pepper in there.
Ugh.
And a pineapple rehab monster.
Okay. The rehab monsters aren't bad.
Rehabs. I've recently not been able to have the other kind of monsters because they're just too sugary.
That's why I always drank the blue, because they're sugar-free.
Yeah, but the rehabs, they have tea in them. Tea and lemonade.
Okay.
Which...
I can only have a small amount of caffeine because I have a hard enough time getting down the amount of water that I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to drink between 58... I have to drink at least 58 ounces of water, but because of the surgery that I had, I can only drink so much water in a day because I have to spread it out into like every 5 minutes, taking a small sip of water, maybe drinking an ounce of water every 5 minutes. But I also have to stop drinking 15 minutes before I eat, then can't drink anything the entire time that I'm eating, and I have to eat slowly because my stomach's small, so I have to eat slowly to make sure I don't overeat and make myself sick. So that can take 30-45 minutes for me to eat, which is weird for me because normally it used to take me like 2. What my entire family would eat for a meal, which would take 15, 20, 30 minutes, would take me 2 minutes to eat. Now, I take longer than literally anybody else in my family because I have to eat slowly to make sure I don't overeat. So 30 to 45 minutes, and then on top of that, I have to wait an additional 30 minutes after that before I can start drinking fluids again.
Because that is my father, and the previous stepmothers I had, it was eat quickly or do not eat.
Well, for me, it was just a habit that I got into eating because I did a lot of after-school activities, so we were in the car a lot. So it was eat quickly to not make a mess in the car. We were always on the go between Boy Scouts, drama, after-school drama, choir, sports, work, and when I got a job, I was always doing something after school. So we ended up eating on the road in the car a lot, because if we didn't, we'd be eating at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, which is not a healthy time to eat.
You also did too much in high school. You could never catch me.
I didn't do much in high school. No, I didn't do enough in high school. Not saying after school activities, I'm talking about high school in general. So the only thing I did was the after school activities. I didn't do any of the school stuff. And that wasn't because I was stupid or anything like that. It's because, in all honesty, I was an extremely smart kid. Now I'm a not as smart adult, but still pretty smart adult. But school came pretty easy to me for years and years and years and years. And when it started to actually get difficult, I had really bad habits of, everything came to me easily. I didn't have to try to get A's. I didn't have to try to pass tests. So I didn't have to do my homework until they started doing heavier grades for homework, heavier not heavier, but like binder checks where you had to show them all the work you've done throughout the quarter or semester or whatever. That is not what that's for.
That's how I am currently. I get by really easily because I'm very knowledgeable in random things.
Yeah. But you do your homework. You have classes in school where you don't really have anything to do, so you do your homework. I didn't do that. I didn't do my homework. I didn't study for tests. I didn't do binder checks. I didn't do any of that stuff. The only time I did something homework-wise was when it was something that excited me, something that I wanted to do. Like, we read The Great Gatsby, and one of the projects that we had to do was we had to take a song and rewrite the lyrics to be about The Great Gatsby.
We did a similar project for The Great Gatsby. We had to create our own poem or song about The Great Gatsby.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that because I was out. That was during a time where I was away.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. So Grandpa's song, Lonely People, that's the song that I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You used... Oh, that's I love that.
It ended up being really cool. It was the first time that year I had gotten an A+ on anything because it was a original song that wasn't on the radio or anything like that. It was one that was written by Grandpa. I played the guitar. I rewrote the lyrics. I sang the song. Like, I did all the work. It was a group project, and literally I did everything. But that's because I'm a music guy. I love music. Music's always been my thing. Music and drama, and acting. I mean, YouTube.
I have a question.
Yes.
Were you ever nominated for anything for your senior year in high school?
Like, most likely.
Yeah, most likely too.
You've seen my yearbook.
I don't think I've seen the most likely pages.
I wasn't.
What?
No.
Oh. I got nominated for 3 things.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have been nominated for.
What's really weird about me is because I don't have like a group of friends that I hang out with, but everybody knows who I am because I'm so into the backstage. I'm a big art person, and I'm very talkative in specific class, like English.
You okay?
Like English or government / econ.
Okay. Yeah, I was very well known for my stuff in choir and drama because I was. And yes, I played football and I played a little bit of basketball, but I was more well known for choir and drama. But
You will never catch me on a field.
I mean, you'll be on the field for graduation. Unless for some reason it's dumping rain, I'd imagine they'd probably move it to the gym.
I'd be fine in the gym. The gym's where entertaining things happen. A couple weeks ago, a couple of my teachers decided to do a lip sync.
Oh, really? Oh. Some of the teachers that you have were there when I was there, so was it any of the teachers that were still around that are still around from when I was in high school?
No, there were a couple from like right after, or people you went to high school with.
Mr. Anderson, one of them?
No, Miss Ackerman.
I don't remember Miss Ackerman.
Yeah, she remembers you.
Is she married?
Not anymore, but was.
Does she still have her married name? So she's back to her maiden name.
No. It's her married name. I thought you were asking if it was her name in the yearbook. It's Miss Baker. Rachel Baker.
Rachel Baker. I don't remember that name. And for some reason, if you do come across this Miss Ackerman or Rachel or whatever you want to be called, I'm sorry, I don't remember you. I'm better with faces than I am with names, and it's been 20 years. I'm really bad with.
She's on the cover of your freshman yearbook.
Yeah. Go get the yearbook and let me take a look at this thing. I am horrible with names. I'm much better with faces. I just can't remember anything really. I mean, there's like 3 people that I remember, and they're because they're people I still talk to this day.
I think she was
She was a year ahead of me, or 2 years ahead of me.
Yeah, she's 40? No, I think she like just turned 40.
Putting her birthday out there, huh? So she was a junior when I was a freshman. So she's 2 years ahead of me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, now I remember her. See? Faces! Show me a picture of her and I can remember her. Oh, she was a cool girl. she's one of your favorite. You're more well liked teachers.
Yeah, I like all of my teachers. I'm a big fan of my econ/gov teacher because she's amazing and she gives me food from around the world.
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm not in her class that gets food from around the world.
Oh.
She was there when you were in high school.
Who?
Stelling.
Yes, Miss Stelling. Yes, I do remember Miss Stelling. I know that your principal for freshman and sophomore year, I think,
Yep.
was my football coach. My basketball coach, I believe, retired before you started going to school there. The head football coach is retiring this year with you for them. He's
The math teacher?
yes.
He's in the 2024 class picture. He's the apostrophe.
Okay. And then the music teacher. I went to school with Mr. Anderson. We graduated the same year.
You also went to school with the new chemistry teacher,
Who is
Matt Castro. He graduated at 3.
okay? That name sounds familiar as well. Again, faces, not names.
I don't know if he's in this one.
Oh yeah. Went to school with him. Didn't know him that well.
He's a big science nerd, and he grows like these lavish mustaches and styles them, and pretends that he doesn't have them, but like he takes 2 days to grow them, and then randomly just shaves it off, and then comes back to it with another one.
Are you sure they're real? Kind of weird. All of these pictures are popping up, and I keep seeing wife 2 with child.
Wife 2?
Yes, wife 2. I've only been married twice. You seem to think that I've been married a bunch. I've only been married twice.
You've dated
I-
far too many people.
Dated, yes. Far
It
too
was-
many people. You realize I've only dated actually 4 people since you've been alive, if you include my 2 marriages.
She's in this yearbook?
No. The picture.
Oh!
I have one of those digital picture frames, and it's right here, right on the corner of my eye. And there's group family photos in it, and there's pictures of, and in those group family photos are pictures of previous girlfriends and wives that I've had.
And then every once in a while, you get a random picture of a blonde little child
Yes.
with those eyes were so blue.
I know.
My eyes are now gray. I've been
Yeah.
through too much.
You lost the light in your eyes.
We should start
Oh, wait.
answering questions.
I know.
You would answer the
We've gone on a
question.
tangent for quite a while. Come here real quick before we start answering questions. Find Diddy in this picture.
He's one of the bald ones.
One of the bald ones. There's only one bald one.
Did that one.
Yeah, yes, that's him.
You know how I can tell?
Because of the glasses?
Yes!
That's funny. Alright, anyways, for those of you that have never watched one of these videos, as you... I'm looking at the computer screen, not the camera. For those of you that have not watched one of these videos, as you can tell, we go off on tangents. So
You haven't even answered the question.
I know that. I'm getting there. So what ends up happening is our 20 question video turns into like a 5 question video because it takes forever sometimes. Sometimes we go through the 20 questions in like 5 minutes, but other times we go off on tangents and it ends up being like an hour and a half.
We've answered 20 questions in one of these videos?
Yes. Very, very, very long time ago. It was one of the first one of these that we did.
Was that the one with the
No, it was just you and me at that point.
Okay. So
it's like I said, it was very early in the YouTube stuff. I think it's still my first year. And we're on year 5 now, I think.
What?
Yeah. I think I started in 2019. And it's 2004 now.
I was 12?
Yeah.
I'm old.
I'm turning 39 this year.
I'm almost...
You don't need to tell me. I know how old you almost are.
How old am I almost?
18. Freaking going off to college. Alright, so let me answer this question. What's your favorite job beginning with the letter T? Oh, I gotta think of jobs that begin with the letter T. You know, in high school, I wanted to be a teacher.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a math teacher. But the way that California teaches math now, I wouldn't want to be a math teacher in California.
At the start of high school, I wanted to be a baker.
Yes.
I went from baker.
We were discussing opening a restaurant where like we split it in half, and there was a bakery where you would do all the baking and stuff, and I would run the restaurant side, which would have been cool.
Yeah. Now I'd much rather. One of the highest paying jobs, that is one of my dream jobs, is to be a rigger.
That's the lighting.
Yeah.
Like you set up the lights.
Yeah, you hang
lights and microphones and that stuff.
It's one of the highest paying jobs because you're 50 feet in the air on top of things.
Just make sure that you strap in. I need to take this out of my ear. I have where's my... Thank you. My headphone box. You okay?
Wait,
okay. Alright, so there's question number 1 answered.
Okay. Number 2!
Grab this. That's not what I'm looking for.
It's over there. It is over there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's underneath.
It's there.
Yeah, that's why I was gesturing.
I was over here. And
no.
It's over here.
I was looking at that screen and saying it's there.
All right. So, let's...
It's 321
now.
Yeah.
Generate 64.
I like that number. That's a pretty number. It's an aesthetically pleasing number.
It is an aesthetically pleasing number. Whoa, too
far.
Whoa. There we go. I think this is going to be a 5-questioner. What's been your greatest ever day?
I know exactly how to answer this, and it is something I talk about all the time during tech theater because it is, and I don't think it will ever change.
Well, let me see if I can guess. The day you met Stoker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a signed copy of one of his books. I have a signed...
You need to be more specific than just Stoker.
Dacre Stoker, the great-great-great-great-grandnephew of Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. The
original Dracula story, which is a classic, and it's a great story, and it's a great movie as well. Bram Stoker's Dracula is an amazing movie with some great actors in it, and there's like very young Keanu Reeves.
It's got some amazing actors.
Yeah, it really does.
That is my greatest day because I got to work a show with him. I got free items from his manager because his manager looked at me and was like, "You remind me of me in high school," which was amazing. I have a picture with him on my wall with Dagger sticker. I have Dracula is like my biggest obsession, and the fact that I got to meet him and I have a whole wall dedicated to Dracula and Bram Stoker.
Yeah.
These I have these vampire gnomes that are next to the books I have. It's amazing. I also have the alternate ending to the original Dracula.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming that whole thing is going with you when you go off to college.
Oh yeah, that entire section of my room.
Yeah.
It's coming with me.
Yeah, I know that.
The Edgar Allan Poe section, the Dante's Inferno section.
That's those. Edgar Allan Poe and Dante's Inferno are also great. And Edgar Allan Poe is just a great writer. And then Dante's Inferno is a very interesting story. But to respond to the question before we go off on a huge tangent again, greatest day ever for me would have to be October 24th, 2006.
So cheesy.
The day Zepp was born. It's easily the best day of my life. It was the most terrifying day of my life as well.
I've heard so many rumors from so many people about that day.
Okay, so out of curiosity, what have you heard about that day?
I've heard rumors that I was switched at birth with somebody. Because...
If you look at old pictures of you, we look very similar. And you also have some of your mom in you.
Yeah.
Now you look very different.
I look more like my mom.
Yeah. But you do still have some features of me. Your face is more round like your mom. I think you have more my nose than hers because she has more of that turned up pig style nose. Not saying completely up.
You've got a very chubby nose. If you turn to the side, my nose is sharp.
Yeah, which mine is kind of sharp, but it's not extremely sharp. But I have your nostrils are like mine.
Yes.
So it's kind of a combination of mine and your mom's nose. It's not quite turned up as much as your mom's, but it's kind of little shorter but pointy with wide nostrils. I think you definitely got more my eyes than your mom's.
If you line up each of the sisters, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
We look like we're... if you took me from my younger ages and compared it to my younger sisters, we look like twins.
Well, when you were little, you looked a lot more like your mom. And you've kind of started growing back into looking like your mom again, but during your preteen and younger teen years, you look more like me. But yeah, so that day was the most terrifying day of my life, as well as the best day of my life, because we went in for induced labor, which basically that means that they're going to force the baby to come because there's some concerns about waiting to go to full term.
I was an early baby.
You were almost a month early. It was like 3 weeks early. 5 pounds, 15 ounces, 18.5 inches long. Yes, I still remember your size. You were teeny tiny, itty bitty little thing, and a Beanie Baby was bigger than you. In the hospital bassinet. There's a picture of you as a baby. In the hospital bassinet, we put this Beanie Baby, this pig Beanie Baby, and it's adorable because it is actually bigger than Zepp was. I can't find that picture anywhere now.
I think Grandma has it somewhere.
I asked her, she can't find it either.
Well, I know Mom has it. Mom has. I need. It's not happening. But I want those pictures.
Yeah.
Because she has, like, my first lock of hair.
No, I have that stuff.
She has one that has my first lock of hair.
She sent it to me. Yeah, I have it. It's in a tote in the closet.
You have the book?
Yeah.
You have all those pictures?
Are they in that book?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I guess I'll have to go through that and figure out a way to get them on my frame.
Because, she sent me all of the pictures that were in there, and that was one of them.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of pictures of me in the 49ers thing.
Do you remember the picture at Round? It's actually at Round Table, but it's of you in the jeans jacket, standing on the table in front. You're right in front of me, and I just have my hands on your upper legs, just holding you up as you're standing there. And you're not even looking at the camera; you're looking like this. You got a little bow on. You got the. It's adorable. But
one of the funniest pictures I think that ever existed is.
So there's this picture. For those of you that are gamers, you know what T-posing is. There's this picture of Zepp in a pink dress that had a very interesting texture to it. And you could tell that they didn't like the texture because, one, they have no neck, so it's like this. But they have their arms like this. They're just straight out to their sides. They're not down. Like, they don't want to touch the dress. And they look miserable in the dress. It's cute and adorable and hilarious and sad at the same time. But a little explanation of why October 24th, 2006 was the most terrifying but best day of my life. And can we no, come on, get it. It's not really wanting to.
Turn the brightness down a little?
No, it's the glare. I think it's from the computer screen.
Oh my god.
It does.
Help me, baby.
The reason why that was the best day, but most terrifying day of my life, was we went in for induced labor. We get there, they give her the shot, and everything's going fine. And then Zepp drops into the birth canal, but mom is not dilating, meaning the opening is not opening. So, as the contractions are getting worse, Zepp is now in the birth canal right around the muscles and head down. So, as the contractions happen, they're squeezing Zepp. Zepp's heart rate flatlined twice while we were in the waiting room to go in. So, the nurses and doctor came in and they rushed Zepp's mom into the emergency room to have an emergency C-section instead, and they kicked everybody out of the waiting room but me, brought me some scrubs which were 2 sizes too small for me, and left me in there. And they're like, once we're all set up, we'll come get you. I'm like, okay. I'm trying to stay calm, trying not to panic, and I put on the scrubs and I sit down in a chair, and then I see a nurse pop her head in. Apparently she didn't see me, because she pops her head in, looks around a little bit, then flicks the lights off in the room that I'm in. And so now I'm sitting there in a dark room, and I'm already freaking out. I was trying to stay calm. Now they turned the lights off, like they just completely forgot about me. So now I'm freaking out even more. And when they actually came to get me, I was literally sitting in a corner, kind of rocking in place like somebody in an insane asylum, just freaking out. And the nurse goes, "Why are you in here in the dark?" I was like, "Some lady came in and turned off the lights, and I didn't want to get up." They're like, "Well, we're ready for you." So they take me in, and literally I was in there for like maybe 3 minutes. I can't. Not in the waiting room. In the
If you were in the waiting room, that would have been hilarious. You're just spiraling.
I don't know how long I was in the waiting room. I really don't. It probably wasn't that long, but it felt like forever. But we go into the room, the emergency room where they're doing the surgery. I go in there and I'm, taking care of the wife. We were married at the time. Don't let anybody tell you that we got married because we were pregnant, because that's not the case at all. We didn't get pregnant with Zepp until February or March. That's when the conception happened, and we got married in December. So, the year before. We got married in December of 2005. Zepp was conceived in February or March of 2006. A bunch of people that we were hanging out with back then said that we got married because we were pregnant. That wasn't the case. But they take me into the room where they're having the surgery. I sit down and I'm holding a barf bag because the painkillers that they gave the wife apparently tend to make people vomit. So it was my duty to catch. And not the baby. But I'm in there, like, okay, we're going to get started. And then all of a sudden I see Zepp. And then Zepp gets put through this little window. And then Zepp comes back out through the window. And they hand her to me. And they're like, here you go, you can go now. I'm like, oh, okay.
There's this picture where I'm like this itty bitty loaf.
Yeah, there is a picture. I think it's on here.
Yeah, it is on there.
But there's so many pictures on there. It'd be hard to find. Of me in the hospital, still wearing the scrubs, holding what looks like a blanket, like it's going to break. Because she was so small, you can barely see her little tiny face sticking out of the blanket.
I don't think you can see my face.
I don't know. Is it on my phone? It might be on my phone, actually. Let's see. Come on. Stupid phone.
Oh, there's lip gloss. I forgot that was there. Lip gloss that I made.
Lip gloss that you made. Oh, there. Actually, it's right there.
Can you see
It's a
my
very grainy...
It's an old picture.
It's a very grainy picture. Let's see if you can...
Oh, wow.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can... The little tiny face just sticking out of this blanket. It was nothing but blanket. But yeah, that's... So... Zepp ended up being fine. There were no complications. There were no complications with their mom. Like, everybody was healthy. And we just had to... Well, not we. They had to stay in the hospital. By they, I mean Zepp and Mom had to stay in the hospital for 3 days while Mom recovered enough to be able to go home. They didn't want to have the baby, Zepp, go home without Mom. I don't know. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Especially being that I was still working. I had a job where they didn't give you FMLA, family leave of absence. What? We were living in Ceres at the time. Well, actually, it was Houston outside of Ceres. We were living in an apartment, and I was working at Jack in the Box.
Okay. So it was one of your fast food jobs?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if this was around the time that you started working at the casinos, or if it was before that.
It was before that. It was before the casinos. I didn't start working at the casinos until after your mom.
Okay. And it wasn't the chicken barn section.
No, that was...
I classified the sections of my life by the jobs you had.
That shows you how many jobs I've had. This is the job that I currently have. I think it's the longest I've been in a job since high school. I want to say. Actually, no. I think it's the longest I've been in a job. Period. Because
this been at this for.
This is my 4th year.
I thought you started before you started the YouTube channel.
No.
No.
I started the YouTube channel the year before.
Okay.
I started working at UPS in 2000, and then it's 2004 now. So this is year 4.
Also classify your before me time period as Mike's Pizza.
Mike's Pizza Round Table.
Round Table. The pizza piece.
Yeah. Well.
The pizza piece.
It was Round Table until I think my senior year, and then it was... No, it wasn't my senior year. It was my junior year. Was it? I don't know. Round Table, and then I went to Burger King for a few months. Then I went to Taco Bell, and I worked at Taco Bell for almost as long as I worked at Round Table, which was a few years. Not sure how long. And I was still working at Taco Bell when I met your mom at 19. When I was 19, we got married when I was 20, and then divorced by 22, 23. And yeah, young, dumb, I'm not going to finish that statement.
Young, dumb, broke high school kids.
That was not what I was thinking.
I was quoting a song.
I was quoting a quote. Young, dumb, and full of...
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not young, dumb, nor...
I would hope not.
Stealing this.
I've actually used it. It works really well. It's this slime stuff used for cleaning your keyboard.
We should move on to the next question.
That's exactly what I was just doing. Alright, so now we're down to 320.
Nice.
We've answered 2 questions and we've been recording for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So 202. Not quite 200, 202. Have you ever planted a tree?
Yes.
So have I.
An apple tree at the old house.
You mean you planted apple seeds?
I planted apple seeds in growth. It was a growth experiment.
Okay. Yeah. We planted actual, like, baby trees. They were already partially grown.
Oh, we did that with bushes in middle school.
Hmm.
We planted tomato bushes.
If I remember right, it was one year we went and actually cut down our Christmas tree. We went to one of those places where they grew Christmas trees specifically for people to cut down around Christmas time. But the rule was, if you found a tree, you had to plant a tree. So we went and found a tree and cut it down, and then we found a spot to plant a tree.
Nice.
And that's how we planted our very first tree and got our very first fresh Christmas tree.
I don't think I've ever had a fresh Christmas tree.
You have.
Mm.
It's been a very long time. If I remember right, it was at the Arnold house.
Oh, I miss the Arnold house so much.
So do I.
That was such an amazing place.
It was.
Look how sleek and pristine.
I know. See, it works really well to clean the dust off of stuff. And it's not really that nasty either.
Why do they always land under my ring? You know what's weird? I can't.
Your face? Especially when you do something like that. What's weird?
I can't. Okay, there are 3 things that I cannot not have on my person.
There are 3 things that you have to have on your person all the
Yes.
time. Your headphones,
Yes, my headphones.
lip gloss, or something for your lips.
No. My eyeliner.
Oh, your
I
eyeliner.
refuse to not wear eyeliner.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to a semi-business-ish interview today. I couldn't do it without eyeliner. And this ring. This freaking ring.
Yeah, you've had that for quite a while.
Look at my finger because of it.
Yeah, you have a little tan line. That's the same thing that happens with wedding rings. And your finger will start to form around it, so it has a perfect divot where your finger goes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, question number 3. Or we're only going to do a few more of these. 204. Are your ears lobed or attached? We're both lobed.
Yeah. I have gauges.
Yeah. I mean that's pretty obvious. I mean, you've seen me enough. I have a piercing. Where's my dino? Dino.
Gauge.
Yeah, that ain't fitting in my ear.
You want to show it to the fans?
So this is the gauge they currently have in. It's what, the 1/4 inch?
0.
0?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how the gauges are measured. Metaled?
They're by millimeters. I think this is a 10 or a 12 millimeter.
Okay. But I mean, you said it's a 0.
Yeah, it's a 0
So-
gauge.
Okay. Well, yeah, so that one was an easy one. See, sometimes we get questions like that where it's just, there's nothing really to say other than yeah or no.
Speaking of ears, I I removed one of my piercings, so now I have 4 on each ear. But holes enough for 5.
Yeah. And they do their own piercings as well. But the original 2 were done professionally, but they have, what is it, total of 5 in each ear?
5 in each ear, 2 on the nose, 2 on the lip.
Yeah. So they have the 2 piercings right here on their nose, and then they actually have 2 right on top of each other in their lip. I think you used to have snake bites.
Yeah, I still have the scars from the snake bites, but I'm very big into like how things feel.
Yeah.
And I can't get the feeling of the snake bites comfortable in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's correct, Burbage. 100%.
Oh, that actually does sound about right. Like you just couldn't. It didn't feel right.
Yeah.
No. All right. So we'll do 2 more because that'll be 5 questions. 305. Oh, too far. Too far again. What are your strengths?
Strengths like muscle? Or
No. Like, what are you good at?
obviously, soundboard op. I get told my art is good.
Told your art is good. One of these days, I'm going to do a video where I just show you guys the art that they've done. Because it's...
Most recent art piece that took me 1 day to do.
They're still working on this one, but this is... the glare is too bad. The glare is too bad for that one. You can't see that one at all. They're taking... It's a album cover, right?
Album cover of Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, so they have an album cover of Ozzy Osbourne that they're painting, but they're doing it their way.
It's the No More Tears album.
Okay, and it looks very much like the original album cover. Almost time to take my vitamins. And it's just really good. But like every time they send me a picture of something that they're painting or drawing or something like that, it's just amazing. And like I said, one of these days I'll show you all their art and stuff. I'm gonna take the pictures and actually put them on my computer so that you don't get the glare and I'm not holding them up to the camera or anything like that. But yeah, they're very, very good at art.
What else am I good
You're not good at speaking.
at? I'm good at recalling facts.
Your memorization is pretty good.
I'm good at doing things for fun. Random things. And by random things, I mean alphabetizing every organ in the human body.
They asked me to print them up a list of all the organs in the human body just so they could put them on flashcards and then alphabetize them. Because they're weird like that. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that.
Starts with, I think it's anal glands? And ends with vulva.
I'm so glad we're a family channel.
It's either
Anal
no,
glands.
it's the arterial
Arterial
glands, arterial glands,
arterial veins.
veins. I think so. Cause it you trying to remove your arteries. Anything else is really funny to me, and then ending with the final beat.
The vulva? Yeah. Don't ask. So, my strengths. I'm a very fast learner. I pick things up very quickly. They pointed at themselves, but they pointed at themselves by jabbing themselves in the throat. I think, for me, I think that my... Go. Well, go. I'll finish answering the question, and then you can come back.
Somebody use your bathroom.
You sure?
Does it smell like blood?
I don't know.
It's coated in blood.
So, I'm a fast learner. I pick things up very easily, and that's a huge benefit, especially with the job that I do, because things are constantly changing. I'm a pretty articulate person. So I'm pretty good at speaking. I don't get stage fright. I don't really get nervous about things, and I'm pretty. I'd say that I'm pretty comfortable with. Well, not pretty comfortable. I'm extremely comfortable with who I am and what I am and my body and everything. Yes, I did have weight loss surgery, but that was more for my health than it was for the desire to be skinny. It was more the desire to still be here for Zepp as they get older. I didn't want to die because of a heart attack or something like that because I was, too fat, plug my arteries with all kinds of junk. I just wanted to be healthy, and that's the only reason why. If I could have been healthy and still eaten the same as I was, I would have been happy. I would have been fine. That was quick. Oh, you just need to go number one?
Yes.
Okay.
I have my times for going number 2.
Oh, okay. What about number 3?
That's whenever it comes out.
What? Alright. Last question.
Oh, that was the last question.
Nope, that was only number 4. We got one question left. 209. You better get that. They dropped a piece of ice on my floor.
Can you put it in the trash can?
I don't have a trash can. Here, just... What was it? 20...
I don't know.
209.
We just did 209.
But I've been deleting those, so it's a different 209.
Okay.
What was your first mobile phone? Oh, Lord. I had a flip phone. You still have your first phone,
no,
don't you?
No.
Oh.
No. My first phone got in 6th grade, and it was... I think it was Aunt Marianne's old phone.
Huh.
No. I've had like 6 phones in my lifetime. The small one. I don't know, maybe it was that phone, and we just kept getting it replaced.
Yeah.
It was that phone.
Yeah. You haven't had that many phones.
Because I've had that phone, I had Aunt Marianne's phone.
You had Grandpa's phone for a little while, and then we got that one. No, that's a different one.
This is the new one.
Yeah.
Because my other one got run over. My phones have a habit of getting run over.
Because somebody keeps them in their pockets that things fall out of.
I'm being careful now. I have pockets that are square instead of that. Triangular, that's what it's called.
You realize I've had the same phone for 4 years. And the only reason why I got this phone was because it was a free upgrade from my old phone that I had for 6 years.
It's because you're an adult.
No, it's because I'm an old man that doesn't like to change phones, because then I have to learn how to use a new phone and new features and crap like that.
Well, that's why I'm not getting a new phone when I go out to Colorado, because I don't have to. My friend... One of my friends is from Montana?
Uh-huh.
Nebraska?
Somewhere over there.
So... and she still has her phone from there.
I'm just gonna end up transferring my service out there. I'm hoping it'll be a little cheaper, because it's not in California.
My phone's covered by grandma's.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really pay anything for it, because I don't have data.
But you should have data. That's the problem.
I should have data, but my phone doesn't allow me to use my data.
Yeah, which
I
is weird.
use the 2 gigabytes that it lets me use.
Because that's all she pays for. It's not like mine that has unlimited.
No, it does have unlimited. She said she bought me unlimited.
It's weird. It's AT&T too. AT&T up here, AT&T is horrible.
Up here, a lot of things are.
That's why I went with Verizon. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, I don't want it. It'd be different if it was nail polish, but it's not nail polish. For those of you that don't know yet, in June, actually the last week of May, you graduate May 30th.
Yes.
Yes. The last week of May is graduation for Zepp. And then we're moving out of California the first week of June. I think it's going to be...
6th.
Yeah, the 6th of June. That's when we're going to head out. They're going to Colorado, the University of Northern Colorado. But we're going to stop off where I'm going to be living, which is in Wyoming, for a few days or however long it takes for you to get approval to actually get into your dorm.
But I don't think I'll get into dorms until like a couple weeks before school starts.
I think they normally let you get in before that, so you can kind of get acclimated to the school and dorm living and stuff like that. It's something that once you get fully accepted, you'll just have to talk to them and find out. Did you finish your dorm application and stuff?
All I need is the money.
Okay. How much?
100.
100? And when you need that by?
January 31st.
Okay. Alright, that's right. Yeah, so...
I need, currently for, 100 for college and 385
for the senior trip.
Uh-huh.
They're going to Disneyland for the senior trip, and it's $380-something for the senior trip. And it's expensive. Everything's expensive.
We're in California. What do you want?
It's Disneyland is what it is.
Is Disneyland in California?
I'll bet you Disney World in Florida is not much better.
I think it's Florida. And Florida's just Florida.
I don't know. I kind of want to go to Disney World. I've never been.
I'd much rather go to Universal.
I want to do that too. I want to go to Universal Studios. During some vacation that eventually we go on, I want to go do like a week or two where we just go to all the parks in Southern California, Universal Studios, both parks in Disneyland. I think they're working on building a 3rd park at Disneyland.
Star Wars Land? Marvel Land?
Marvel Land, I think, is what it is, because you're going to have the Disneyland original park, then you got California Adventure, and then I think they're going to have Marvel Land. Although Star Wars Land is already kind of becoming a thing. It's kind of off by itself, way in the back, away from everything.
It's expanded.
Yeah, I know it has, but it's still way back there. Some of the videos I see of little kids with their lightsabers chasing around Darth Vader is funny.
Seems who will flirt with Darth Vader. You and I are very different sides.
I see all kinds of weird stuff. I see very seductive dances done by the stormtroopers.
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, they can't shoot, so...
Recently I've been getting a lot of, what's the thing called? Pawn shop. It's that big pawn shop that Grandpa used to watch.
Oh, Auntie's Roadshow?
No, the one with the family.
Or Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars.
Yeah. You've been eating a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, before we go off on too large of a tangent, and this turns into a 3-hour-long video of just tangents, we're going to go ahead and end this one. We got through 5 questions. I know this was supposed to be 20 questions, but we got through 5. So, I always enjoy doing these. I think Zep
Yes.
does as well? Yeah, okay.
I was having difficulty. I think I'm gonna need my inhaler.
Well, you should go get it. And I hope you guys enjoy these too. You guys seem to, because these seem to be one of the more popular videos on my channel. And I'm hoping that we're able to do more and keep this stuff going.
Yeah.
They're sitting there biting their nails. I'm like, do you not want to? Are you okay? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and end this one here. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. We hope you enjoyed watching us go off on tangents and make complete fools of ourselves. And I hope you're looking forward to more, because there will be. So once again, thank you. This is Rothnum.
Zeppline.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye-bye.